vehicles and battery electric vehicles are the only available technologies that allow zero-emission driving.
It's not too far in the future that you will see people driving down the highways in a sleek hydrogen-powered car. You might be thinking, all of this would be amazing. Right, hold on, because hydrogen cars may look like the stars of the future, but they are still competing to be the best. Yes, but with whom? None other than the electric cars. But how? This is what we're going to talk about in this video. So let's get started. Hydrogen cars have been around for a while, but they have had more false starts than a buyer who can't decide what to buy on Black Friday. But don't give up on them yet. They are not exactly ruling the market, but there is a lot of room for growth. Hydrogen cars are like that shy kid in school who all of a sudden gets top marks. They might not be the stars right now, but what about tomorrow? Who knows? We also have electric cars that run on batteries. The news has been full of these babies, especially since companies like Tesla are trying to make them more popular. Do you remember when the Tesla Roadster first came out? It was like the mic drop in the electric car. It was then the Tesla Model S came out, and boom, the age of electric cars had come to an end. Electric cars are still pretty new. Even though there are more of them on the road, there is not yet a traditional electric car that everyone always chooses. There are a lot of contenders, but no clear winner. It's kind of like the Wild West. Right now, automakers are playing around with a wide range of battery technologies, such as normal lithium-ion batteries, solid-state batteries, and more. Even though electric cars have been around longer than hydrogen cars, nothing is set in stone yet. There is still a race. Charges are a big problem that needs to be dealt with. That you never have to wait for them to charge is one of the best things about hydrogen cars over electric cars. Not at all, not even a second. In the same amount of time it takes to fill up a gas tank, you can refill a hydrogen car in very little time. Think about electric cars. You can expect it to take about 20 minutes to charge up, even at a fast charging spot. What about when you are home using a regular plug? Hey, settle down. This could take a long time, so hydrogen cars might be better for you if you like to live life quickly. If you have a hydrogen car, you never have to worry about where to charge it. You don't have to think about stopping to charge your car for 30 minutes on the way to or from work or before bed. You just pull over, fill up with gas and go. It's almost magic. Now you might be thinking, but there are charging stations everywhere, and electric cars are everywhere. Yes, but it still takes longer to charge an electric car than to fill up a gas tank unless you have a fast charger nearby, and that can make a big difference if you love taking long trips on the road. Another important question is how far you can go on a single charge or fill up. This is another great place for hydrogen cars. Most of the time, hydrogen cars have longer ranges than electric cars that run on batteries. Most hydrogen cars can go 300 to 400 miles on a single tank of gas. Most mass-market electric cars like the Chevy Bolt or the Nissan Leaf can go up to 246 to 247 miles on a single charge. There are a few electric cars that can go over 300 miles, but they are not very common. For people who are always on the go, that extra range could save their lives. It's not fun to be out in the middle of nowhere with no power. Range fear is real. Let's be honest, are we going to make it to the next charging station? That little voice keeps asking you in the back of your mind. With gas cars, you don't have to worry about that as much. It's like getting both ends of the stick. You have the range and the quick refuel time. Talking about the weight, the battery is very heavy, which is one of the worst things about electric cars. It's getting pretty heavy. The battery is the heaviest part of the car. All that weight changes how the car moves. On the other hand, that doesn't happen with hydrogen cars. The hydrogen tank is part of the fuel cell setup, which is much lighter than a battery. Do you know what that means? The electric engine doesn't have to push as much weight. If you put the same motor in a car that runs on batteries and a car that runs on hydrogen, the hydrogen car will go faster and be able to accelerate faster. You need to know your power-to-weight ratio, baby. Automakers can play around with speed more when they can cut down on weight. Their work can make cars feel lighter, go faster, and be more fun to drive in general. Plus, hydrogen cars have electric motors, so they still have that great quick torque that electric car fans love. You know, the kind that makes you lean back in your seat as soon as you step on the gas. We all care about the earth, right? That being said, which car is better for the environment? Hydrogen cars are better in this case. A hydrogen car only gives off water vapor when it's moving. Yes, just plain old water. So hydrogen cars don't put anything dirty into the air when they drive. But it can take a lot of energy to make hydrogen. It doesn't have to be, which is good news. Renewable energy sources such as sun or wind power can be used to make hydrogen. That way, hydrogen cars might not release many pollutants when they are made or when they are driven. They are cleaner to drive than regular gas cars. But there is a small catch. Your electric car's charge has to come from somewhere, and that somewhere is often a power source that uses fossil fuels, thus relying on where you live. Driving an electric car might still leave a trace. The battery is another thing. To make batteries, rare metals like lithium and cobalt have to be mined, which can have bad effects on the environment. Also, recharging batteries that have reached the end of their useful lives can be hard and use a lot of energy. Reusing hydrogen fuel cells, on the other hand, is a lot easier. Now let's talk about infrastructure, which is one of the biggest problems hydrogen cars have to deal with. At the moment, there are not many places to refuel hydrogen cars. If you live in a big city, there may be a few close by. For the rest of us though, it might be hard to find a hydrogen station and feel like we're looking in the wrong place. But things are much easier for electric cars. Electric charging stations are showing up all over the place and are becoming more and more frequent. Often you can find charging stations at rest stops, parking lots, and even shopping stores. It's also getting cheaper to have a charging station at home, so many people who drive electric cars can just plug them in and wake up to a fully charged battery. But here is good news for people who like hydrogen. The system is getting better. More hydrogen stations are expected to open soon because both governments and businesses are putting money into hydrogen technology. It won't happen right away, but things are moving in the right direction. You might not know this, but hydrogen is not just for cars. It can also be used in trains, cars, trucks, and even planes. Yes, hydrogen could change not only how people drive, but also how public transportation works and how goods are moved. Think about a world where hydrogen powers city buses. There won't be any more gasoline fumes, just clean water vapor emissions. Or think about long-haul trucks, which can go farther and fill up with gas more quickly than electric trucks. Lots of things could happen. A lot of experts think that hydrogen could be a big part of the future of transportation because it can be used in so many different ways. Now, what does this mean? Are hydrogen cars really better than electric cars? Of course, they do have some benefits. A lot of people like hydrogen cars because they can be refueled faster, have a longer range, perform better, and are better for the earth. Things are still hard because there isn't enough infrastructure. Right now, electric cars are a great choice if you live in a place with lots of charging points and don't mind waiting a little while to charge. They're easy to get to, they're here, and they keep getting better. But hydrogen cars might be worth the wait if you're always on the go and want a fast, fuel-efficient, and environmentally friendly car. Hey, as more gas stations open and technology gets better, hydrogen cars may become the most popular type of cars in the next few years. What do you think? Which side are you on? Team electric or team hydrogen? It's hard to decide, but something is for sure. We are going towards a cleaner, greener future whether you are zipping around in an electric car or cruising in a hydrogen-powered ride. Do you agree with us? Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.